Hello, dear students. After a long time, we are back with studying online, and today we'll be starting the last chapter of our syllabus, chapter number 12, Truth is God. Activity 1. Identify the place in this picture and write its name. Well, the picture is of Sabarmati Ashram. So you will have to write in your textbook, this is a picture of Sabarmati Ashram. Now complete the details based on the picture. Well, the picture was of Sabarmati Ashram. So from that you have to write, where is this memorial? Sabarmati Ashram is on the banks of the river Sabarmati, which flows through Ahmedabad. So it is in Ahmedabad. Second, which leader is associated with it? Associated means connected. It is related to which leader? National leader, freedom fighter. It is associated with Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Third, place of birth of that leader. Gandhiji was born in Porbandar. Fourth, the other name given to him. What was the other name given to Gandhiji? It was Mahatma Gandhi, or he was also known as Bapu, or the father of the nation. So you'll have to write these answers in your textbook. Activity 2. Name the leader from the following quotes. Quotes means the sentences which have been spoken by someone. So the first one is Experiments with Truth. It is not actually a quote, it is the title of the book which was written by Mahatma Gandhi. Satyana Prayogo. It was a book in Gujarati and it has been translated as Experiments with Truth. Second is Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. It was a quote by Lokmanya Tilak. He spoke this in his speech when he was addressing a group of people. He had quoted this, that Swaraj, independence, is my birthright and I shall have it. Next is Discovery of India. Again, it is a book by Jawaharlal Nehru. Then, give me blood and I will give you freedom. This was a famous quote by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He had used this while he was giving a speech. He was addressing the soldiers who were fighting against the Britishers. And the last one, I will not let British to rule my state. It was by Jhansi Ki Rani or Rani Lakshmi Bai. Again, you will have to write all these answers in your textbook. Now, as activity 1 and activity 2 were about the national leaders, the freedom fighters who fought for the independence of India, activity 3 is also based on life story, on this a small part, a small incident in the life of one such freedom fighter. It is Bal Gangadhar Tilak, or we also know him as Lokmanya Tilak. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was one of the leaders who fought for India's freedom during the British rule. We had various freedom fighters. So Bal Gangadhar Tilak was also one such leader. As a student, Bal was known to his teachers as one of the brilliant, disciplined, and well behaved boy in the school. So, how was he when he was a child? His teachers knew him as brilliant, who was scholar, disciplined. He was like he never misbehaved. He was a good child and well behaved boy in the school. But one day, one of the teachers had a strange experience. Now, we know that those who are well behaved or those who are disciplined, they always obey their teachers and they are always listening to what they have to say. But one day, one of the teachers had a strange experience. So it was different than what we normally face. During the recess, some students had eaten groundnuts in the class and thrown the shells on the floor near the teacher's table. You know, groundnuts. They were not just open. They were not just open. So they some students ate the groundnuts during their recess and threw the shells, that fotra what we say, or that outer covering of that groundnuts on the floor near the teacher's table. None of the boys who were coming in took serious note of it. So after the recess got over, the students were coming in. So they did not notice it. The school bell rang and all the boys were back at their seats. As the teacher stepped in, he saw the husk scattered near his table and he flew into a rage. "Who has done this mischief?" he shouted. So the recess got over, the school bell rang. All the students took their seat and then the teacher stepped in. And when he saw the shells were near his table, so he saw the husk, the covering of the groundnut. He saw that husk scattered, which was spread near his table, and he flew into a rage. He got very angry and he shouted, "Who has done this mischief?" There was no reply from the students. "I ask again," shouted the teacher still louder. "Whose mischief is this? If the guilty boy does not stand up, those who know him shall tell me who he is." So then the teacher was angry and when the students did not reply, he said that "I am asking again." And he got more angry and he shouted loudly, "Whose mischief is this? If the guilty boy," guilty, the one who has done that mistake, who has done that um, bad thing, who has done that crime, "if the guilty boy does not stand up, those who know him shall tell me who is." This kind of things always happens in class as well. The teacher asks who has done this mischief, and then he asks the other students, "If you know who has done that mischief, tell me." The boys looked at one another, most of them really wondering who the culprit could be. Culprit, the one who is guilty, the one who has done that mischief. Who is that doshi? Who has done that? As we say, gunegar. So the boys were looking at one another. The teacher was getting angry, he was asking, and then the boys were looking at one another and they were wondering because they did not know. No one stood up, no one spoke a word either. So none of the boys stood up that "I have done this," and none of the other students also stood up because, or they did not even speak a word because even they were not knowing. The angry teacher then picked up the cane from the table and said, "Since none of you is helping me to catch the guilty boy, I am going to cane every one of you." So the angry teacher, when how teachers get angry, you all have seen us. So here also the teacher was getting angry and they picked up the cane from the table. Cane is that ruler, or there used to be a special stick with which the teachers can give punishment. And the teacher took that pick and said, "Since none of you is helping me to catch the guilty boy, nobody is either standing up or none of the student is also speaking like who is guilty. So since nobody is helping, I am going to cane every one of you. The whole class will get punishment. If each student will be punished, they will be getting that stick on their hand." While the teacher was nearing the first row of boys, when the teacher took the cane, took the stick in his hand, and he came near the first row of boys, Bal stood up and boldly said, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, though he was just a student, he was just a child, he stood up and boldly, with brave, he said, "Sir, many of us really do not know who the guilty boy is." He was a child, but still he said that, "Sir, many of us do not know. We do not know who the guilty boy is. There are many others who have not even seen the husk on the floor." When after recess you come, you all are in your own masti, so they don't even know that there are husk or there are that shells scattered near the teacher's table. So we don't know who has done it. We don't even know that there are husk on the floor. He was not just speaking for himself, but he was speaking for many other boys like him. During the recess, all of us had gone out of the classroom. A boy from some other class might have done this mischief. Why then should the innocent boys be caned? Like, we don't know, we have not even seen that there are husks. And all of us had been out of the classroom during the recess. So he says that a boy from some other class, our class was out during the recess, so maybe someone from other class had come and done this mischief. Why then should the innocent boys be caned? Now, innocent boys who are not guilty, who have not done anything, why should they be punished? Why should they get that beating on their hands? The teacher, who knew Bal's good behavior, tried to restrain his own anger but failed. So, the teacher knows the character of all the students. So, he knew that Bal has a good behavior. He tried to restrain. Restrain means to control. He tried to control his anger but failed. You know, the teacher knew that Bal is not a bad boy or he is not a mischievous boy. But when Bal stood up against him, the teacher was already angry and he knew that Bal has a good behavior, but he tried to control his anger but failed. Don't be overwise, Bal, he said. I'm sure some of you know the culprit. If they don't speak out, I have got to punish the whole class. So, overwise, you know, we say dodha nahi thawanu. So the teacher scolded him. Don't be overwise. Don't be overwise. Dod dapan or date sharne mat bano, that kind of thing. I'm sure some of you know the culprit. So the teacher was sure that if something has happened in the class, others know who have done it. So somebody must be knowing who the culprit is. If they don't speak out, I've got to punish the whole class. If the person who knows who the culprit is, if they do not speak, then the whole class will be punished. Immediately, Bal said, though respectfully. The teacher said this, and Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he said immediately, but with respect. But sir, I feel this is neither fair nor just. So, what is fair? That everybody is given equal treatment, and just only the culprit, only the person who is guilty, even only he should be punished. So, Bal said respectfully. He is speaking against the teacher but with respect. He said that I feel this is neither fair nor just. What I told you about our innocence is the truth. Innocence means that they do not have the knowledge of who has done that crime. So he's telling that what I told you about our innocence is the truth. I don't want to see the innocent ones punished. Just like him, there were other also students who were innocent, who did not know and who have not done anything. And he's saying that I cannot see the innocent ones punished. The innocent children, even they were going to get caned. Even they were getting that punishment. So I cannot see that. So please allow me to leave the class. And he asked to leave the class. Before the teacher could say a word, Bal picked up his books and walked out of the classroom. So this way, Bal Gangadhar Tilak had an argument with his teacher where he was asking the teacher to do fair treatment, to be just, to do not punish the innocent ones. And then when the teacher, he asked to leave the class, when that thing was not going to get followed, he asked the teacher and he took his books and left the class. All the boys admired Bal's courage and his love for justice and truth. Now, speaking up against the teacher also used to require lots of courage. Earlier, students used to be afraid of their teachers, and the teachers can actually punish with that cane. So, at that time, Bal Gangadhar Tilak stood up against his teacher and he was courageous, he was brave to speak. and not just for wrong or not just as misbehaving. He was a well behaved child, he was a disciplined child. So the boys admired Bal's courage and his love for justice and truth. Justice, where people, where what is right is being done and what is wrong, only that is punished. And truth. Truth, we know. Honesty. Even the teacher could not help praising Bal. To praise means to admire him, to speak good about him. So the teacher, even he could not help, even he praised Bal. He looked at the class and said, Bal is no ordinary boy. If every student is as truthful and disciplined as he is, our country will have a great future. So, though Bal Gangadhar Tilak spoke against the teacher, but the teacher can see that Bal is right. And as he left the class, he spoke to other children, to other students, that he is no ordinary boy. And then he also said that if all the students are as truthful, as honest, and disciplined as Tilak is, our country will have a great future. Because ultimately, the children are the future of the nation. It is this love of truth and justice that made Bal a great leader of our nation. The love of truth, honesty, and justice made Bal Gangadhar Tilak a great leader of our nation. He came to be called Lokmanya Tilak. Lokmanya means Lok, people, and Manya, where people are accepting him. They are admiring him. They respect him. So Lokmanya Tilak. He came to be known as Lokmanya Tilak. He won the love, admiration, and respect of the people of India, and so he was known as Lokmanya Tilak. Loko ke mani te. He won love, admiration, and respect of all the people of India, and hence he was named as Lokmanya Tilak. So these are the meanings or certain new words which we came across while studying about Lokmanya Tilak. First word is disciplined. It means behaving in a controlled way. Second, husk. It means shell of the groundnut. Scattered. It means spread. Mischief is unruly behavior. Then rage. It is anger. Culprit, person at fault. Cane. It is stick. Guilty, one who has done something wrong. Innocent, a faultless person. Restrain, it means stop. And then fair, correct or just. So in today's homework, you will have to write these meanings in your notebook one time. So that's it with activity 1, 2 and 3. Students, read activity 3 again and try to find the answers for the questions which are given after them. We'll be doing that in the next class, but you also can try to find answers and then compare your answers with the correct ones. So that's it for today. Write the meanings once in your notebook and after that you can enjoy your day.